YouTube. It's a new day. It's a new week. And my shirt's a little loose. Ow. So, this has been a really good weight lossy week. I've actually shot down a bit. I'm at 235. Well, you guys know I'm a bit lower, but I always like to take the higher the amounts. Which means this month I've actually lost over 10 pounds. It's pretty freaking awesome. So, yeah, I'm really on track. I am getting close to the goal. Cool thing about this week, I'm going to see if I can show you. Maybe I'll edit it in. But, I have a collarbone now.
But Ryan, everyone has the collarbone.
Yes, but in my whole life, I've never felt that collarbone. I was in the, well, I wasn't in the bathroom, but I was on my way to the bathroom, and, I was about to brush my teeth, and for some reason I, just kind of did one of these, and, if you have, a really predominant collarbone, if you've lost a lot of weight in here and you're getting muscle, it sinks in, and it has the weirdest feeling ever. So, I thought something was wrong with me, I hurt myself, so I called over Val, and, I showed her, and I'm like, oh, I think I screwed up my arm or something, and she's like, hun, no, it's because you have a collarbone. I felt like an idiot, I gotta say. But I mean, that's one of the things about being a big guy. You never, ever even think about this stuff. I guess this is just normal to a thinner person or a really fit person, but for me, yeah, that was the surprise. Alright, so that's the collarbone I was talking about. I would show you guys more, but then it gets really creepy for the both of us. So, it's kind of cool, because something I was thinking about is when I reach my weight loss goal, I do want to keep going, but something I'd like to do with this channel is I kind of want to shift the focus just away from me, and also start to shift the focus on things that might help other people. Because YouTube has been such an awesome thing for me. Not just because I'm basically on there rambling, because I love to do that and you guys know that, but because of all the support I get from everybody. I get all kinds of nice things people are saying, all kinds of tips from individuals, just amazing, amazing stuff. People are so supportive, and it gives me one really big thing, and that's accountability. Some days, I'm going on my way to the gym, and you have those days where it's I really don't want to be there, and this has been a bad week for that for me. It happens every once in a while, you just gotta keep going through it. But when you have something like YouTube, when you have people you know are going to be watching and be like, hey, why'd you go up this week? Eating too many Cheetos? You tend to think about these things, and they do affect your decisions, and in the positive and stuff. And something I've also been thinking about recently is how my weight loss is going to change. Sorry, not how my weight loss is going to change, but how my exercise is going to change once I reach my goal weight. Because, I mean, I do want to become a personal trainer, which means that I gotta start getting my butt in gear eventually and harder stuff. I don't want to change anything right now because I'm losing so much weight and I'm doing really well. I just don't want to botch any of that up. But something I do have to consider is that I gotta get into the really intense stuff so I can teach other people that. I mean, what I do is intense, don't get me wrong. But I'm talking about that crazy stuff where you look at the people and you're like, wow, that guy is crazy. I can't believe he's doing that with the dumbbell in his teeth. So yeah, I just want to say, as pertaining to what I said about how much YouTube's helped me, thank you everybody that watches this, anybody that gives me a compliment, people that randomly walk up to me, and, well, I guess they don't randomly walk up to me, but in the gym they'll randomly walk up to me, not just in the street. Hey guy, how you doing? I've been watching you from the bushes, breathing heavy, and I've noticed you lost weight. Good job. But yeah, hey, cool thing, I was in the mall the other day, this little kid was pointing at me and just really excited, and his dad and him are just smiling, and I'm wearing my Captain America t-shirt. This little kid thought I was Captain America. It was pretty cool, I was in my hat and everything, it was pretty adorable. Captain America had too many sandwiches. I'm just kidding. I'm getting there though, I'm starting to, yeah, I'm looking good. Oh man. That sounds a little bit douchey, eh? The fact that I say things like I'm looking good. I don't mean to be arrogant, but I definitely look in the mirror and I notice a difference. And that's not to be oh yeah, I'm hot. But, I've had some people hit on me since I've lost weight, and a lot of people really like the hats, which is really cool, because that's one of the things I love. It's one of the things I pull off well, which I'm happy about, because I can't even take off my glasses. I don't even think I pulled that off. The chops and stuff like that, that's part of my whole motif. And as you've noticed, I'm really trying to grow up my hair. I've never shown a picture of my brother, but my brother is a big, pretty boy. He's actually been asked to be a male model twice, and he's the only one I know of in our family that's grown out his hair. Well, of course, besides my sister, but it's different. Well, I guess there's only me and him really to think about. Anyway, so because of her dad, our hair should naturally curl once it gets to a point. So I'm just seeing if that'll happen. I basically, since I've lost all this weight, I'm starting to become a pretty big priss. Like I like to wear certain clothes. I figure I spend so much time being a big guy that now it's time to wear whatever I want instead of wearing what I can. So I thought it would be cool to show you guys a picture of where I was at the 240 video versus where I started. So I'm going to pop that up on here. And yeah, pretty crazy difference, eh? Nuts. I look at that picture and I'm just like, man, that smiley face is badass. I wonder who drew that. Anyway, yeah, it's nuts though, looking at that and thinking about it. Like, when you're that large, you honestly don't even think you're that big, but you really are. And it's scary too when you're that size. What was it? Jump, skip, and a beat away from a heart attack, and apparently is borderline diabetic, and you guys know about all my other health issues, so yay! So I've decided what I'm going to start doing is trying not to move my calories around so much in my meals. I find I'll take 20 from here, 20 from there. The 20 to 30 is going to be my upper limit for moving calories around, but when it goes beyond that, that's when I'm cutting it off. Just because, you know, I want to be good and diligent, and it's not like it's affecting my weight loss, but I'm an individual that needs structure. The moment I don't have structure is the moment I start to fail, I start to give in. It's basically, food is an addiction, 100%, like when you abuse it like I did. And a lot of people don't think of it that way because it's not a drug, it's not something that's outlawed. But I mean, certain things honestly should be. You shouldn't be able to have like one individual burger that is like a person's daily calories for almost a freaking week. Those things are dangerous. You know, don't get me wrong, it's not the same as necessarily putting a gun to your mouth, but it is, like, if you keep doing that, it is the same thing as putting a gun in your mouth, but the only difference is there's like 12 chambers and you just keep playing Russian roulette. You do that for the rest of your life and eventually it's gonna go off. So I've ranted a lot in this video. I was gonna put more in, but I figure I really gotta shrink these videos down, which I don't even know if this video will be shrunk down by the time I edit it. Anyway, YouTube, have yourself a great day, fantastic week. I will see you next week. I like that fist pump. Just coming back from some in the old videos. Awesome! Hey, one more random thing. I actually created a Tumblr account, and I'm going to put it down in the description below, so you guys can check it out. The reason I would recommend checking out the Tumblr account isn't because I want more followers, it's because I put a really detailed description of the things I've gone through to get to here. So yeah, check it out. Awesome. See you guys next week.
Awesome! Awesome! That's awesome! That's awesome! Awesome! Awesome. So I finally figured out what the hell this is called again. Broccoli.